Hello and welcome back to Lone Wolf. Okay, so... yes, I could do with another potion, I think. I'm not sure how I can make those. Inventory. Okay, that's good. Backpack. Also at will. That's what I just used. Okay, so... potion, yep, okay. Okay, that used that. I didn't actually want to do that. I wanted to transfer it to the belt. So that's probably a drag. Oh well. Throwing knife. Fine. Now, second sword, so I wonder if I can... hey, dual wielding at the moment. Spiffing. And that's my copper pouch, wasn't it? Or my pouch or something like that. So, now wielding two swords. It's not as easy as it sounds, but I'll try that for the next fight, see how it goes. Actually, if I go into this menu, I should be able to see what abilities have a given. Wolf's Rending Claws, scything strike to the legs of an enemy, incapacitated. Wolf's Paw Blow, sudden strike that disarms the enemy temporarily. Ooh, that could be useful. Wolf's Edge, defensive stance makes it easy to dodge melee attacks. Okay, we'll see how that goes in the next fight, I think. So, this was once a thriving general store, but now it lies in ruin. Its structure badly damaged by fires that was started deliberately by the marauding geeks. Much of its stock has also been looted or despoiled by these unwelcome invaders. A map of Rockstan and the surrounding mountainous area hangs on the soot-blackened wall. This mining village is built on a plateau of rock, overlooking the sunken forest. The entrance to its famous Brunnen mines is located in the southeast part of the crater-like wall of rock that surrounds and contains the wooded depression. You suspect that Brunnen may be the reason why the geeks have attacked Rockstan in force. You search through the debris that covers the floor. There is little of value to be found. You're about to stop your search and leave the store when, behind the store's counter, you discover something that sparks your curiosity. It is a large wooden chest, and it is locked. Okay, so let's pick this lock then. So how's this minigame work then? To open the lock, you must find the right position for the pick. You can rotate the pick by dragging it to left or right. Rotate. Okay. When forced, the lock will start rotating. Depending on the pick position, the lock will rotate more or less. When you find the right position for the pick, force open with the knife and the lock will open. Okay. Okay, that's close. Got it. So yeah, pretty standard, but that's okay. Discretion. You managed to pick the lock, and now the container lies open in front of you. Look inside and find some valuable items that could be useful. Ooh, healing potion? It's a small healing potion, but that's okay. Some leather. Okay. Some superior leather. A bunch more throwing knives. Some bread. Okay, and a bit of money. I just want to quickly go to my inventory and put that potion on my belt. It's not exactly a large potion, but it'll get the job done. So yes, I can carry a maximum of 20 knives on my person, I assume, whereas the rest will be in the backpack. That's fine. I'm assuming that's a slot for a helm. That's a second ring, I would assume. Well, that could be a necklace of some description, I suppose. We'll see. When you leave the store and return to the main street, a gust of icy wind bites into the exposed flesh of your face, and the sudden chill makes you shiver. The winter sun is completely obscured by the thick, grey clouds, yet you're able to tell the time of day without its helpful presence. It's nearing midday. So what do we got? Head to this workshop. We'll use to meditate. I don't think we need to meditate at the moment. because our health and everything else is okay, so let's head to this workshop. Do you want to write the story from here? Yes, I do. You follow the main street, tense and alert, ever watchful for signs of human life and geek raiders. Suddenly, the door of a nearby building is thrown open and into the street pour a gang of geeks growling and waving their black-bladed weapons above their loathsome heads. You steel yourself for an imminent combat, but your concentration is broken when you glimpse a human amongst their number. It's a girl in her late teens, with short, dark hair and sharp, sparkling eyes. Judging from her appearance and her clothing, she does not look like a typical rockstar villager. Okay, so we have a decision to make. Okay, didn't master that. Didn't master that. So let's take advantage of the confusion to observe the girl. We must run for cover. Good boy. Ah! Hammer the mouse button, hammer the mouse button, there we go. Okay. You leap behind a heap of charred timbers and crouch down with your breath held, and your nerves as taut as wound steel wires. Cautiously, you peer through a gap in the crisscross of fire-blackened beams. You're not sure to whom this girl owes her allegiance. Is she assisting the geeks, or is she their prisoner? Your question is soon answered. The girl breaks free from the gang of geeks that surrounded her and runs into the middle of the street. Then she spins on her heel to face her pursuers. In the blink of an eye, she upholsters a small crossbow from beneath her cloak. And it's unlike any crossbow you've ever seen before. Well, she's got style. I'm liking this girl already. She levels the strange crossbow at the leading geek and sends a steel bolt straight between the creature's hateful eyes. The other geeks, confident that the girl's weapon is now empty, growl with glee and leap towards her, and she fires again, and another geek falls dead. Then another. The crossbow is reloading itself as fast as she can fire it. Shocked by the unexpected firepower of her crossbow, the remaining geeks shriek with shock and retreat in disorder. Quickly she holsters a weapon and sprints across the street towards the gabled horses on the opposite side. A loud and angry cry grabs your attention, and instinctively, you turn to face the threat. The gang of geeks are moving towards you, with murder in their eyes. Okay then. Let's see if two swords are better than one. Okay. Their attack first. Bingo. Damn it. Okay then, let's hit them with an incapacitating attack. So you're temporarily incapacitated. Use Summer Sword. This holy weapon grants you the ability to perform devastating fighting techniques. Because of its magic glory, you can only wield it, you will need high power and endurance. Single cooldown is shared by all of your Summer Sword attacks. Okay, let's hit him with some Holy Light. Perform a charge action event correctly, click repeatedly, okay. Notice you don't actually see him pull it all the way out the scabbard. Oh, that was pretty wicked, I'll give it that. Let's hit him with a quick strike to finish him. Well, this guy is still disabled, but I can quickly hit him for a disarm attack. Disabled and disarmed, so that should make him a lot less of a threat. Hey. So that was basically a counter attack. Ah, great. Okay, let's finish this one quickly. So that we can focus our attention on this guy. Okay, the cooldown on the swanky sword is obviously quite high, which is fine. Oh, that was a bad hit. Try this once. Okay, not got him. So So let's heal ourselves. That's a really effective heal, I've got to say. Okay. How bad's he gonna hit? Never meet strength with strength, damn it. Haha! Counter-attack, sucker. Okay, cool down. That is a defensive stance. Let's just hit him with a combined attack for massive damage. Good, solid damage. And now, heavy attack. Admittedly, just used a full-on longsword for a close-in stab attack like that, which little unnecessary, but screw it, it looked good. Some throwing knives, a picklock, a potion that restores endurance, and a copper ring for extra dexterity. I'll do that, and I may as well equip it. Price was updated. Okay, the extra copper ring has been auto-equipped. Good. And we are running out of room for stuff, but what's my current? Yeah, my current endurance is really low, and my current magic is pretty low. So I think I will eat some bread. Just improve my. It's called Kai Power. I'm just going to call it mana, okay? And some endurance. Yes, let's restore some endurance as well. That's good. Because endurance seems to restore through the fight, but going into a fight with none is not necessarily a great idea. The girl is nowhere to be seen. You focus your gaze on the houses opposite and detect fresh tracks leading towards the front door of the largest house. It has escaped the fire that has ravaged much of this area. But clearly you can read the ornate sign fixed above the door. Rita Leon, the inventor. Stealthily, you approach the front door and twist its iron handle. It's locked. Give a choice. Pick the lock. Or ram it. Okay, let's attempt to pick the lock. So I always favour subtlety. I know it sounds like I'm making a lot of contradictions in my preference. Okay, that's less fast. Damn it. Okay, so it's more on that side. It was a waste of perfectly good lockpick to learn that. Okay. Hear the click of the lock opening, and you reach for the door handle. One twist, and it opens easily on its well-oiled hinges. Cautiously, you enter the open doorway and catch your first glimpse of the interior of Rita Leon's house. It's furnished with sturdy chairs and tables, all stacked high with blueprints of inventions, prototype clockwork devices, and tools of all kind. Your eyes adapt quickly to the dark interior, and your ears detect the scurry of female feet, shod in soft leather. From out of the shadows, the girl comes running towards you. "Who are you?" she demands to know. "I am Lone Wolf, and I am your liege lord," you reply, taken aback by impertinent tone. "And who are you?" "I'm Leandra. Len? Yeah. Len Riedalon is my father." Leandra's voice is tense and irritable. It's as if she resents having to answer your simple question. This is not how the villagers would normally address their liege lord, and you assume she must be in a state of shock. "Thank you, my lord," she says, her voice dripping with sarcasm. "So gracious of you to visit your humble little village. Such a pity you arrived too late. Far too late." Her harsh words shock you into stunned silence. You're a little unnerved by her disrespect and her belligerence. You remain silent as you ponder the girl's irreverent manners. All things considered, You decide to address the girl as diplomatically as you can. The girl is clearly upset by the calamity that has befallen her village, her friends and her family. You soften your expression and try to console her sympathetically. I came as soon as I received word that you were in trouble. I have sent an urgent message to the king, and he will send troops here to deal with the geeks. Of that you can be sure. The girl nods her head, acknowledging your words of comfort, but she does not say anything in reply. You sense that she is not entirely convinced that what you will say will come to pass, and she goes to the front door and closes it before she says anything more. The girl goes and stands next to a latticed window at the front of the house. Anxiously she peers into the street beyond. She's fearful that more geeks will arrive soon and try to break into her house. You stand on the other side of the window and try to get her to talk to you. Together you keep watch from marauding gangs of geeks. After a few moments of uneasy silence, she finally relents and tells you what's happened in Roxdam. She also tells you something about herself and her famous father. A large raiding party of geeks supported by Dark Harim attacked the village the day before yesterday. They gained entry into the village by way of the large steam-powered elevator platform. This elevator is used to hoist wagons of Ronin ore and convey miners from the floor to the shrunken forest. Roxdam was attacked during the day. From this fact you deduce that the raiders were not focused on killing the townsfolk, since they launched their attack at a time when the village would be least occupied. Many of the villagers were down in the sunken forest when the attack began, either working in the mines or gathering timber. These lucky ones have all since been taken refuge in the mines, which may well be the safest place at present, and certainly the easiest to defend. Unfortunately, the timing of the attack caught the most vulnerable villagers unawares and undefended. You recall the macabre sight that greeted your arrival, and a shiver runs down your spine. The armies of the Dark Lords are cruel beyond reason. They delight in murder and mayhem, and know no other way. Leandra is unsure about precisely what the raiders came for, but she stayed behind to sabotage the elevator. She acted with the help of Tarlor, the village sheriff. By doing so, she would prevent the geeks from pursuing and killing her kinfolk before they could reach the sanctuary of the mines. She has since played cat and mouse with the geeks, constantly moving and hiding to avoid being captured or killed. She tells you that she removed 3 essential parts of the elevator mechanism: the compression valve, the drive chain, and the control handle. She has one of these parts in her pocket, and this the compression valve. The other 2 parts are in separate locations in the village. Leandra tells you that Tarlor the sheriff has the control handle, and that she hid the drive chain in the foundry, near to the ore smelting works, a large building located close to the cliff edge. Without these parts, the elevator is useless. The geeks cannot return to the forest floor. They're trapped here. The cliff is steep and sheer, and it's too treacherous to descend by rope. Leandra is anxious to rejoin her father and the others who are now hiding in the mines. Roxdam is far too dangerous a place for her to stay any longer, but she's solely aware that the only way down to the forest floor is by using the elevator. To do this, she must have all 3 of the missing parts, so she can refit them and get the elevator working again. Okay, that's what we have. You ask Leandra if she works as her father's assistant. Feel the urge to move on, there's no time to lose. I'm impressed by her skills, and you ask her about them. You tell her that you are very impressed by the courage she has shown. Your compliment makes her smile, but only a little. It's the first time you've seen her relax her stern expression. How have you been able to survive in a village full of enemies, you ask? Leandra's smile broadens. Follow my father's footsteps as an inventor, but my work is, shall I say, less theoretical and more personal? She flicks back her cloak to reveal her holstered crossbow. I'm a crack shot at this. It's kept me out of harm's way so far, but now I have only a few bolts left. My ammunition is running out fast. And so too, I fear, is my luck. She reaches into a velvet pouch hanging from her leather bag. She clicks open its clasp and takes out a small metal cylinder which she hands to you. I think this compression valve will be better off in your safekeeping. Please, keep it secure. Our lives may depend on it. You take the compression valve and store it carefully in your backpack. Leandra stares directly into your eyes and says, I'm determined to join my father and my people in the mine. You've come here to pursue the raiders and avenge the destruction they brought. Is that not so? If you help me, I will help you. You're going to need a working elevator to reach the forest floor, and without it you'll not be able to discover the reasons for this attack. Leandra says, When the geeks discovered that I'd sabotaged the elevator, they were furious. In their blind rage, they vandalized the pump room and the boiler house. I must go there and make good any damage to the pump and boiler. There's no good replacing the missing parts. There's nothing to power the elevator. And while you're taking care of that, I shall search for the missing parts, you reply. And while you're taking care of that, I shall search for the missing parts, you reply. Leandra nods her approval. Remember, she says, Sheriff Tarlo has the control handle, and the drive chain is hidden in the foundry. I had little chance to hide it properly, and there were 2 geeks chasing me as I recall. I threw it among some other chains that were lying on the floor, but it's very different to this chain. It's small, it's well oiled. The foundry trains are dry and have much bigger links. Very good. This will help me to find the parts, I replied. Your immediate tasks are now clear. You must find Sheriff Tarlo and retrieve the control handle, and you must go to the foundry and find the drive chain. So I'm assuming that's the end of the chapter. I'm assuming that's basically saying what powers and abilities I used. So I used more intelligence and a little bit of dexterity, so I gained slight boost to my man. Okay, that makes sense. So things that increase are based on decisions you make. Yes, like that. That makes sense. Let us continue. Blood on the Snow, Chapter 2. Leandra prepares for the mission. She gathers up food and some tools and puts them in her backpack. As she is fastening the flap, she says something which surprises you. When I saw you for the first time, I thought you were a grown man. Now you seem really young to me. Leandra shoulders her backpack, and she picks up a stiletto dagger and slips inside her belt. There's an old tunnel in the cellar of this house, she says, and it runs all the way to the foundry. My father and I often use it to go there and buy Bronin and iron we need for our inventions. You can use it as well, to reach the foundry without having to take your chances out in the open. Or you can come with me, and I'll show you where the sheriff's office is. The foundry on your own, or the sheriff's office with Leandra. The choice is yours. Okay then. Decision time. So that's the sheriff's office, and that's the foundry. No, that's the foundry, that's the sheriff's office, okay. There's real choice. So, I think we will head to the sheriff's office first. Purely because I'm assuming that these creatures are unlikely to care about a specific chain. But they are going to care about a living person. So he may need my help. Was that a random event? No. The crossbow is nearly empty, and when it is, all you'll have left are your wits and a dagger against the geeks. No, I cannot let you take that risk alone, you say, with a forceful tone. Leandra starts to protest, but you cut her off in the middle of her first sentence. We shall leave together, and that's the end of it. As soon as you can show me where the sheriff's office is, we shall split up. I will look for Tala, and we will go to the boiler house. Is that clear? Perfectly clear, she says, with more than a trace of resentment. You draw your weapon and move to the door. Leandra stays by the window and scours the street for signs of geeks. It looks deserted, she says. Very well, follow me and stay close, you reply. You pull open the front door and pause to make sure that Leandra is with you. She is standing in the doorway, her face frozen and expressionless. And then you hear noises that make your heart skip a beat. Geeks are emerging from the shadows of the neighbouring houses, fast closing in on all sides. Where's the sheriff's office? You shout, demanding Leandra to tell you before a fight ensues. She points along the main street towards the end of the village, the cliff's edge. On the left, 100 yards or so. This is all she can say, before the first of the geeks come running at you, and with their weapon held ready to strike, blows to your hand and chest. Run! You shout, and Leandra is suddenly galvanized into action. She sprints away towards the street as the geeks surround you and press home their surprise attack. Okay, fighting time. Okay, only 2 of them. 2 we can handle. Precision directional. Okay. Oh, damn it, went the wrong way. Timed it right, but I went in the wrong direction. Okay, let's start with some nice rending claws. Knock that one off his feet. that was a bad one. Oh, bloody hell. Time to deploy the super sword. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, that was close. Probably should have used that on the guy in the centre. Okay, disarm him, weaken him significantly, and strike the blows. Didn't really have the endurance to pull that off. Oh well, and let's use some healing magic. Good. Okay, here they come. And he threw a rock at me. Oh! That guy likes that attack, doesn't he? My turn. Heavy strike. Okay, he's going to die from bleeding within the next turn. But there he goes. Oh no, let's see if we get down. Yep, there goes his bleeding. That one didn't exactly take a lot of damage there, but he really likes that attack, doesn't he? Okay, I don't have enough magic to use any of these. Instead, I'm going to hunker down and recharge. Dang it. I got the dodge, but I missed on the counter. Okay. Good hit, knock him off his feet. Good, 3 strikes. And he's dead. I get the finishing move. I still maintain using a sword that big for a close-in stab is a little aggressive. But hey, if it works. Let's loot some corpses, some throwing knives, and a health potion. Okay. You approach the door of the sheriff's office and take note of the painted shield that is fixed to the wall. It bears the distinctive emblem of Rockstar, 3 crossed sledgehammers on a white crossed field. Beneath a slate-roofed porch, the main door is held ajar by a booted foot. It belongs to the body of a dead man, lying just inside the entrance. The stripes sewn onto the sleeves of his high-collared jacket tell you that this is Sheriff Thaler. He's been stabbed fatally in the back by a sharp geek sword. You push open the door and step carefully inside the dead man's office. Search of his pockets reveals nothing. They've already been emptied. You sense that his personal items have been taken by the same geek that took his life. You drag Thaler's body away from the entrance and push the door shut. The front room of the office is where the sheriff used to deal with daily matters of law and order in Rockstar. But now those days are sadly gone. The room is dominated by a large desk, made of summer-blendingly beautifully entitled engraving. The provincial emblems are the personal crests of the Summerlinding heroes, past and present. In a corner of the room, you can see a large wooden chest with iron fittings, and at the back of the room opposite the main door, there is a flight of broad stone steps that lead down to the gaol cells below. This is where the prisoners are held before trial. Your choice. Right, well, that to me seems like a pretty decent part to end this... Sorry, this seems like a pretty decent moment to end this part. There we go. That was how I get the words in the right order. So, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next part.